Hi, and welcome to episode number 3. I was looking for a topic for this episode for a long time, for a lot of conversations, because last time I have a lot of overthinking going on in my mind, and I'm kind of in a place of trying to figure out things about life in general, to discover mysteries of human interactions. And it's a lot of fun if you're kinda autistic like me. Anyway, I think I have a luck. I won a lottery when it comes to meeting really interesting people in my life. And by interesting, I mean open-minded, ready to talk about really deep and sometimes uncomfortable things, who always help me to discover something new. I think that I want to wish all of us something like this, to be around people who support us, helps us to grow, instead of being a reason why we turn into a tiny burrito of sadness wrapped in our blankets. For a few last days, I was kind of in this mode of being a burrito of sadness. I think a lot about being, this dark place of your mind, because your mind is a huge prison, like a life sentence. But also, I forgot that this month, I think mostly in US. I'm not sure if this is a worldwide thing, but May is a month of mental health awareness. That was a topic of my master thesis. That was a topic that is present in my life a very long time, mainly because a lot of people around me suffers depression or anxiety. I unfortunately still can't deal with my demons. However, I like to think that I'm smart and these magic techniques will work on me. Even though I just escape for a bit and hide in my own personal space with music, books, and art. And for a bit, it's okay. Recently, I was trying to talk with my friends about it, because as I said, I think that I have awesome friends. Not all of us are so lucky. And I have discovered that talking about your demons, like your sadness, is so fucking difficult, it's easier to listen to what other people have to say and be a source of good advices, or it's easier to just replace serious topics with silly talk. But it's so fucking difficult to point out what really hurts you, what makes you insomniac, and admit what keeps you awake all night. And you know what? I found a good quote to describe it. It's a quote from quite famous book, but I think that the most of us will connect the title rather with the movie with Tom Hanks. The title is The Green Mile, and the book was written by Stephen King. In my opinion, this quote is awesome, and this is a perfect literal description of what's going on in your mind when you are depressed, when you are when you want to be alone for a bit with your own head. The words are: I'm really tired of the pain I hear and feel, boss. I'm tired of being on the road, lonely as a sparrow in the rain. not never having nobody to go on with or tell me where we're coming from or going to or why. I'm tired of people being ugly to each other. It feels like pieces of glass in my head. I'm tired of all the times I wanted to help and couldn't. I'm tired of being in the dark, mostly in the pain. There's too much. If I could end it, I would, but I can't. And here's the end of quote. Yeah, we can really be ugly to each other. But there's also another thing that I've discovered. I've discovered when it comes to mental health and all these topics that we perceive as a taboo, that as a society we created some extra weird, sometimes irrational norms of deciding what's a taboo topic and what's what can be discussed in public without any shame. And in my opinion, we have kind of double standards when it comes to talking about intimacy, for instance. So it's widely praised, popular. Many people are extra proud to talk about sexuality, sexual side of intimacy, you know. It's something to brag about. Part of marketing sometimes. By the time, this is the biggest misunderstanding of our culture, because having sex with someone is not even close to being intimate with someone. The true intimacy is being able to share the silence and to be with someone in the sadness, in this fucking dark place, and being able to stay. That's the courage, and that's the real intimacy. You may be uncomfortable with these emotions, but you want to be responsible and be present in this moment with someone else. You are not afraid to deal with this, and that's beautiful, and that's awesome. I have discovered that all of these people who, it's a cold quality, but anyway, bang everything that won't run on the tree, they are really sad people. They have never been intimate with anyone because emotional nudity is so out of our comfort zone. It's like going through the mud of someone's emotions when you are afraid that your perfectly clean shoes will get dirty. You may get dirty and you may just sink, but it's a risk. And where in the places where there is love, there is a relation between people, like real relation, not this kind of quick one-night stands things, there is always place to take a risk. People want to take a risk and make an effort if they care. At least that's my conclusion. You know, and when it comes to this, I think that we talk a lot. We exchange informations, but we just don't communicate. That's weird. That's something interesting too. In last few days, I was a bit out of social media. I was posting things. To be honest, I was not interested in conversations, and I've discovered that, fuck, I feel so much better. First, because when we use social media, we have a tendency to compare ourselves to each other. We have no idea how much of this is real, how much is created only to look good on social media, but we still take it as something, as a comparator, and then we are sad, frustrated, we have low self-esteem, and we just punish ourselves like, hey, come on, you should be at this place at this moment, and you're not. That's so fake. Yeah, but the second reason why I felt so much better is because a huge part of conversations that I have are a part of simple courtesy, like, hey, and nothing more. Usually I try to respond for anything, but you know what? I've realized that it's something that really drains me emotionally, like this nonsense convos. For what? What's the purpose of it? Do we really need it? No, you don't have to save the world. You don't have to put an effort into something that is not worth it, simply. But on the other hand, you can't fulfill others if you are empty. So first take care of yourself, then you may try to take care of others. Going back to the topic of mental health, in this extra superficial and shallow world, I think about how simple conversation, but with a bit different approach, may change someone's life. Many of these people who are like extra happy on this on the outside, they feel fucking lonely when they realize that people around them are just empty boxes that look pretty, but they're just emotionally detached from them. So at the end of the day, you finish with beautiful pictures and totally alone, like hikikomori in Japan, So I think we should try to communicate a bit differently. Not with, hey, what's up? But, hey, how do you feel? What's really in your mind right now? What's really going on? And I think that due to the shallowness of human interactions and taking first steps again and again, we are a bit close to new people. For me, for sure, it is a problem. I have to admit that I'm fucking tired of starting new connections with people. I have this childish curiosity, and sometimes I'm extra naive. I'm interested, I want to know, I want to learn, but at the same time, I don't want to go through the same patterns all the time. And sometimes I'm just scared, simply scared. I'm curious to hear, what stories do you have? How does it look in your life? How does it look like in your life? Are you waiting for someone? Are you craving for human interactions? Or are you just stuck in your personal space because you're simply afraid that someone will disappoint you again? I hope that you will think about it for a while and let me know. Have a nice day, evening, night, whatever you want, whatever you need. I hope that you found something for your story. Take care of yourself and take care of each other. Bye.